How do you deal with that?
In your relationship?
And with those aspirations that you just spewed out, like,
I think
how we gonna attain that shit when all this other shit is coming?
You gotta have an understanding to be a team, man.
Exactly.
And
I think it comes from
being black.
Black.
Let's not even get on that.
It
That's
is.
not get on that.
No, but it is.
It is very much so, but I think it's. I believe strongly in you have to have a strong spiritual foundation and mindset, and then I also believe in the power of a super strong woman that is whole within herself, that can, because I believe in what I grew up seeing. My grandmother, my mother, they are backbones.
There you go.
Sometimes they had to step up and fill in the head, but that's what they are. Right. And even in their strength, they knew how to still submit. And they knew how to, even when my man ain't got all his shit together, I'ma just lax
Say
back
that
on
shit
who I am.
again. Say that shit again. She said even in their own strength, she knew how to submit.
Those are just the women that I watched. And if you can't give me something to submit to, 28.
You be wise beyond your years, homie.
If you can't give me something to submit to, then there's nothing that I can do.
Continue doing that shit.
There's just nothing that I can. There's nothing that I can bring. You can bring me, or vice versa. So when the world comes out as your backbone, especially as a black man, who probably black women, we definitely get it hard, and we're the most underestimated because we got to take care of and raise everybody. But at the same time, we know how daggers are directly thrown at our men. And you come home with the weight of the world on your shoulders. I should be able to help soothe that and relieve a lot of that.
Right.
So that is how you handle the world.
We done.
No,
the show is fucking over with. We done. She said it. Bye. Podcast over. Good night.
But that's I mean, that's what
she's saying.
That's what you want to hear. That's what you want to hear.
But that's what it should be.
That's what it should be.
Oh, that's different.
But it's not though. It's not.
Well, I mean, that has to be taught in the home. That has to be taught. That has to be taught in the home. That has to be taught through I don't know, through education, the teaching. The woman, you know, yes, you could be strong and independent, but you still gotta submit to a man. Yeah. What the fuck are they doing with it?
I mean, only if you are a type of man that can be submitted. So I'm not gonna say just any old, any old nigga.
To everybody.
Can't be
if you know how to lead, I'm gonna submit to you.
Not any old nigga.
Hey,
not any old nigga.
No,
not anybody.
What up? We got Lark, Miss Lark, and Miss.
No. She's like, no.
Lark, when you coming on the show?
We're gonna try to have you out for Sunday. Okay. That's what he said.
Yeah.
Huh?
Are we? You got something to do Sunday? You ain't got no job. Yeah.
Oh, you ain't got no place to be.
Tommy, you a
I'm pulling this shit. Night over. Night vision. Night vision truck cam. I can't even see this shit.
Night, nigga.
Night, nigga. Shit, we got so Sunday.
If possible, if not, we'll work something.
No, I'm talking about you guys coming here.
Oh, we were talking about y'all coming on our show.
Oh, whatever.
Whatever. I'll be up the street working anyway.
Okay, bet.
All right.
Nice.
Y'all are invited to the live show too.
I'm gonna be out of town that day, but I do want to connect with y'all.
I'll come.
Okay. Yes.
I do want to connect with y'all.
She's too quiet.
Look,
I still support and come.
All right.
Tell Nina she a jerk for not coming over.
Right, she a jerk. Fucking jerk.
You're a jerk, Nina.
Man, what I don't even know where we at.
It's got to be taught in the home.
It's got to be taught in the home.
Being submissive to the right man.
You said that? A woman?
Said it.
Shit.
Do you agree? But
if he knows how to lead, then you can be submissive.
Right.
And it's like he.
Yeah, those are the type of men I can commit to.
Yeah.
So how do you?
If I miss that if you miss that leadership factor, if you don't have this like strength about you, this like, it's like a balance for me. I like a man that is vulnerable yet strong, that is one within himself to be able to respect wherever he is in that moment, and can be. Because I can get clearly I'm very vocal. Respect my mind, but also know that sometimes if I'm talking too slick, give me this look that's almost like
Like, I already know what you're saying. I'm reading
She
you.
out here getting all kind of hearts and
And
shit.
I'ma
I ain't got
just
them many
need
hearts
you
on
to-
my
Getting the
business,
hearts? Shout out. Yeah, definitely.
I just like that. I just like that
I'm
type.
jealous as fuck right now. Oh, Miss Tia said that's not taught school. That's taught from granny, and that's taught from mom.
Exactly.
Yeah. So yeah.
It depends. Well, a lot of people have young parents.
Yeah, they got young
And
parents,
I think
got young
yes.
grandparents now. So,
And I think a lot of
so
morals
now
are
what?
missed.
Yes, it is.
I think
My
a lot of
mother's
morals
young.
are
My mother's only
missing.
20 years older than me.
my
but-
grandparents. My parents are older.
Yeah.
They're like grandparents' age. My grandparents would be like in their hundreds right now if they were still
Okay.
alive.
Oh wow. Okay.
And so I learned a lot of those traits.
Yeah.
My parents is younger.
Mine are young. My parents
So-
are
My
young.
parents is old as my siblings.
Okay, so that is
Wow, okay.
well. That's good
my
to have
mother
them
taught
still.
me. She was also wise beyond her years.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
And she just and it wasn't even in the things that she said, it was how she did.
Mm-hmm.
So like I remember, she may not even know or remember this, and I think we talked about it on our show a little bit. My dad struggled with drugs for a long time, and one time he came, he's maybe been clean for like a week or two. We went out to eat. My mother slid the money in his hand so he could look like the man to pay.
Ain't that something?
That
You
stuck
seen
with
that?
me.
Right.
Yes.
You seen that?
And I looked, and in my mind, I'm thinking this nigga just came off of drugs.
Right.
You know, I'm having my own internal issues
Right,
of forgiveness
right,
that I had to deal
right.
with.
We all did.
And
My
to
father
see
was
that
the same way, yeah.
you were as strong as you are, subtle enough not to make him look like what
He
he's
ain't
been
shit.
through.
Right.
Like you let him not look like what he been through.
Right.
So you said,
I
I'm
mean-
gonna let him be the man in front of all these white people at this restaurant, and he gonna pay, even though it's my
That's
money.
That's dope.
So it was her actions and how she
Yeah.
moved. No matter how mad she could be, how much she
Right.
cussed or anything
I think
like that.
I
it
think
was her
even in that subtle movement
And
what
men
she
needed
did,
to.
that's lifting.
She need to feel that.
Yeah,
Men-
he was.
men
She
have
was
big
that was
egos.
like a slight way to lift him up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To lift him
Definitely.
up. Yeah. So
Definitely.
wow,
Yeah.
that's deep.
And I remember that.
It's deeper than rap.
I mean, he been
Yeah.
clean ever since. Going on 18 years.
That's what's
19
up.
years.
That's what's up. Dang. Hey. It's going down.
After the threesome podcast.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah. I need to
Check
follow
these two
them.
young ladies out.
Check these
All
young
right.
ladies out.
Let's do something like, what's the craziest thing you've done behind love? What's the craziest thing?
Crazy as in how? Like crazy as in like.
The word crazy. And
Like, be
And that's
What's
how
the crazy
behind
shit?
love.
well, behind in a relationship, behind a nigga.
I'm gonna say, is it like love or is it like
What's the craziest
anger?
thing
Like
you-
did they piss you off?
Piss
and then
me
you
the
did
fuck
something
off.
crazy?
In a positive way or negative. I don't know. It could be looked at.
It's
I don't know.
it was
It's
no
crazy.
love.
It's
but-
crazy in love. Beyonce type shit.
I
So
mean,
what's the craziest thing you did for your dude at the time when you guys were together? It's like shit.
Well, it was a situation, of course. But I because I am a very there for you type of person. I was there for him with a lot of stuff and helped him reconstruct a lot of his mind mentality and grow up. And one night I had already been at the point where I was like, I'm done. I really don't want to fuck with him no more on this level. Like I need a break because he was just too much, too draining, too pulling. And this particular night, I needed someone as opposed to me being there for you. So now I need you, and you're not willing to be there. You're like, oh, it's just too, it's too testy. So I was like, you know what? I really don't think that we need to continue to fuck with each other. I would like you to take whatever else you have here, and just let's just cut it off. It's not. And he's like, well, what do you want me to do? He arguing, going off, and then proceeded at the end. Call me a crazy bitch for just being honest and saying that I didn't appreciate you weren't there for me. That's truth. That's not crazy. I'm not wilding on you. I'm just saying I don't appreciate you not being there.
Right.
So you call me crazy bitch, and then you get one. So, I know he's a frequenter at places like 5015 and all those little strips on Alameda. So I just drove past all those places to find out where he was.
Yeah.
He wasn't there, but he was home. And then I proceeded to kick his door in. I proceeded to kick his door in. So I was like, so you gonna call me a bitch? Got there, started tussling. He put me in the head. He body slammed me. He did the whole nine.
You
And all I
did
could do was
DDT on your
like,
ass? God damn.
he did.
You should never hit a woman though.
Don't. And it was real crazy. That's the craziest shit I've ever done. Nobody else. I'm not
crazy.
keying your car.
Right.
But don't ever.
Y'all actually got into a physical altercation.
Yeah, don't ever call
Yeah.
me a bitch, and I it didn't warrant it. I can see when I may be acting a little out of hand.
Yeah.
But the type of man that I like would be like, all right, I'm gonna let you have it. I'm gonna walk away. I'm gonna chill.
Yeah.
Like, or they might get real close and just look at you with this like real stern, sexy ass stare. And it's like something. Then you feel like, okay, I'm gonna stop.
Cause he's saying bitch in his mind.
I don't know if he's saying bitch in his mind or he's just so controlled that he won't even open his lips. To
Swear, what have you done?
It's like,
I mean,
you like, you know, I make bombs and shit.
I know I don't know how to make bombs. I mean, I do like little.
You said I do know how to make bombs.
She be studying on YouTube how to make a bomb. I'm gonna throw this nigga ass up.
Well, that's how you make a bomb. No,
Put your glasses on. Look, put them on. You rock out Breaking Bad, motherfucker. Breaking Bad like a motherfucker.
Grabbing his crotch.
But anyways, no, I mean, I don't think I'm just like crazy like that. Like, I know my ex-boyfriend like pissed me off. I know I went on.
Right.
I think I went to LA one time. I took all the light bulbs out the house. Took one of his shoes. Just one.
One?
Wow.
Yeah, just the right side.
That'll fuck with
of all the
somebody.
shoes.
Yeah, it will.
So you only got a left shoe to take. I mean, to wear. You ain't got no shoes to wear.
That's all my goddamn left shoes at.
Yep. Oh, you reading the books? I'm about to tear the page out the back of the book.
You not finna tear the page up.
You're not about to know how this story ended.
Especially where that bookmark was? Where the folded part?
Oh shit!
It was
Stretch
just
out
like-
your charger, make
It
your
was just
charger
little
short
shit like
and
that,
shit.
but he used to do that shit to me. I mean, we had moved out. He took my little, he took my little, what you call it, the thing where you put it in a microwave. He took the little plate thing out. So
I would just put another plate and heat
he
that
took
shit up.
all my good knives. I was like, okay, we doing the same shit to each other.
Nigga take the hot and the water
Y'all
tabs
had-
off
y'all had too much.
out the water so you don't know which one hot, which one cold. You burn it.
I ain't never heard of that shit.
It was just like
Nigga
little-
make me mad. I'm taking all your left shoes.
It was just like little shit like that. The nigga came in the house like, why are the
Hope
lights?
the light bulb
Why
in
the
the
lights
refrigerator
off?
go off.
Why are the lights off? Did she not pay the bill?
Wow.
The light in
TV
the microwave go
All your
off.
socks don't match.
You ain't about to see y'all.
Wow.
This little stuff.
Yeah,
like
y'all was
just a
wild.
little annoying.
That was,
like, I'ma
that
hurt
was some
you.
pranking type
What's the
shit.
craziest thing you ever did behind the leg?
Craziest thing, shit, overdraft on my motherfucking car, dude.
That shit is fucking crazy.
That's crazy as fuck. If it don't pass the limit,
You
nigga.
flew somebody out.
That
I
put
remember
you in
that.
a hole.
Well, that's when I had money. I wasn't no overdraft back then. Goddamn.
The crazy shit I did, I was this one girl, she was also a Scorpio, so she had my mind blue. I used to drive by her house and shit.
Ooh, that's
Yeah, it's kind of stalkerish. I did that shit.
well, that's stalkerish. That's not crazy.
I mean, that's
Is it crazy?
That's nigga stalkerish
yeah.
equals crazy, nigga.
Oh.
And she be like, DB, I seen you drive out on
Stalker
fucking
is
house.
crazy.
Like,
Oh, I
stop
ain't
fucking
never
driving my
stalked, so I
house.
don't
It's a
know.
red flag right
Stop
there.
doing that shit. I'm like, yeah, I'm stop doing that shit.
That's a red flag if you stop.
I kind of think that shit's sexy to me.
Like
but
some
I'm
people
like,
probably think it's sexy.
I think it's
actually
sexy.
I don't even.
They
Nah, I
also
think that shit's
probably
scary.
find enjoyment in sexuality in shows like
Some people
Snapped.
do love drama. I don't even tell niggas where I stay. Like,
That's
I know
what
I'm
that
dating
I
those
ain't
two
never
guys.
heard to watch
They
an
don't know where I
episode
stay.
in my life.
You think that a stalker
I
is
watch
sexy?
Forensic Files.
I don't think a stalker is sexy, but I think
No,
it's
but
just
that lady did just. There was somebody who recently just told us that she like, oh, be on me, stay on my head.
I mean, it's a way
No.
you can do it, but like, nah, I don't.
like I want my woman to be like, bitch, that's my man. Leave him the fuck alone before you get your ass whooped. I'm gonna say, yes, girl.
Oh, that's
That's
different.
different.
That's
That's different, though.
territorial.
That's different, yeah.
Like kind of territorial.
Yes,
I like
yeah.
that. Like, I
Not
like that.
stalkerish. Like,
Representing.
shit,
Yeah.
who
I
what
mean-
nigga she got coming over to the house next?
You laying in the dirt and shit.
Oh, I see
He come up, you red eye.
Stalker.
Nigga, I see you.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's my
That's
brother.
too much.
Oh, I
What the
see
fuck?
the nigga with the red
Fucking
shoes
too much.
coming to your
You got an
house.
army hat on with thorns and shit. Hang out so you can blend in. Like, what the fuck?
I'm like,
I
that,
ain't never did that though.
nigga, that's my uncle. Why are you tripping?
Oh, y'all
Never did
silly.
that. I would never do that.
All right.
No.
I think I asked y'all this. What ways could your past relationship mess up your future relationship?
I don't think you answered that.
What
You
ways?
like, bitch, go.
What ways could your past relationship
Oh yeah, this how you.
mess up
yeah.
your
You telling me earlier,
future
this how you.
relationship?
Yeah, the
Out there.
conversation.
The last relationship I had, I was dealing with like a narcissist that ended up having a mental issue that
Right.
I don't want to put all this business out
Yeah,
like
don't
that, but
do that.
ended up having a mental issue where he basically tore me down to the point to where my communication is actually kind of fucked up and I'm very dismissive at times with guys, and I kind of just like shit down and be like, okay, whatever. In a story. I don't want to talk to you. No, I'm not going to argue with you.
Right.
And it just, I feel like being in that toxic relationship. I came from a very loving relationship and then went into like a basically day and night type relationship, and it got me into like a depression, especially with dealing with somebody with a mental issue.
Right.
Narcissism.
Yeah, not even narcissism, but like just the other issues that he had going on with it that I just recently found out
Yeah,
about.
I'm gonna be telling me. Yeah.
It's just it.
So what happened to the loving relationship? You said that was well. It was a
he
loving.
passed away. That's all.
Oh wow.
Yes.
Sorry.
Dang. It's a low
Yeah.
battery
Just
rate.
hit low
Low
power
power.
mode.
Yeah, he ended up passing away, and it
Oh
just
wow. Sorry to hear that.
it wasn't ain't
Right,
wasn't anything
right.
I could do about that.
So like you said, night and day.
Yeah.
So like,
Even when he was in his like he had cancer, so even when he was like had cancer, he was still finding ways to like make me happy. He like bring me flowers, do picnics. He's like, I don't have a lot of money. He found creative ways to make me happy.
see, that's
either
what's
way.
up. That's
Shout out
what's
to them,
up.
man. Shout out to people like that.
Yes.
Yes.
So after that night and day experience, do you pretty much know how to, not how to, but like you know what you're looking for?
Have
in a
you
man?
grown from that?
I am growing from
Right.
it. I mean, it's been like almost 3 years, but I know I still have a lot of work to do myself.
Definitely.
But I know what I need to work on, and I've been doing that.
How have you been doing that? Therapy? Because a lot of black people think
Yes, I do
therapy is
take
bullshit.
yeah, I actually when my ex fiance passed away, and I did therapy then, but then I stopped. But then I did therapy again because like
Shit costs.
I stopped. Yeah, it does cost.
costs.
It costs a lot.
Yeah,
But then
shit
like after I had stopped dating my ex boyfriend, I had took a year off from dating, from situationships, from anything that had to do with men. Period.
Right.
And I realized
That
I was
should be
still
a
going through this
PSA.
depression, and like it was something I was fighting with myself and just trying to build myself back up to the person I was before I started dating him.
Right.
And then I was like, I need a therapist. I can't do this by myself.
Right.
I need a support system.
And
I realized I
that
can't
shows
do this
that
by
shows that
myself.
you got your maturity by just knowing that you can go through that by yourself, because you know a lot of men, we got egos and shit.
Right.
Like
Right,
I know for sure I done been through some shit by myself that I shouldn't have went through by myself. Because as a man, you can't go to your homeboy at what 31, 28, 31, like, yeah, nigga, she broke my heart. They gonna say, man, shut your bitch ass up.
Right.
And that's
Definitely.
That's a good tell you. You know what I'm saying? You know how men are. You
That's
so macho.
unfortunate.
You know,
I think
you
that,
grow up.
that should be encouraged within brotherhood.
Yeah.
as
Yeah,
much as it is
but at a
in
young
sisterhood.
age, it's not. Now,
Right.
in my age now, yes, it is.
Right.
Which is 21. You know what I'm saying? So it's never. It's not as influential. But when you're a very younger man, your homeboys that like,
Yeah, we finna find you some
Like,
pussy, nigga. You finna get over this shit,
you know what
bro.
I'm saying?
Chill
Yeah.
out.
So like,
But
I feel
now,
like men out there,
you can
if
actually
your
talk.
homeboy say he going through some shit, don't be afraid to be a real friend.
And the person I was seeing at the time, I was telling his friends and family that he had mental issues.
And they weren't hearing it.
Yeah, they
The black
dismissed it
community
until
has
now.
sometimes.
Oh yeah, black people do that shit.
And the black community.
Nah, you think all right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
this
what I
nigga's
said.
about
Oh,
to
he
really
been like
hang
that.
himself.
They was like, he been like that all his life, and I was
Right.
like, no, something's going on, and like he's putting all this bad energy on me, and I can't deal with it because it's breaking me down.
I think the black community, we misdiagnose people, and then like we let people go undiagnosed, like all the time,
What?
mental issues. You know what I'm saying? Because we don't think that we don't have that shit. Like, yes, we should have. Black people have mental fucking issues.
Yeah, we do.
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
we do.
And people see the sign, but I think sometimes people don't know how to like interact or what to do in those when they do see the signs. Like,
Or
it's
they
like
overly spiritual and
Yeah.
you're just going.
Overly
overly
spiritual.
spiritual.
Pray about
Jesus gonna take care
Yeah.
of it. No, nigga,
Like, no,
Jesus
no.
is got other shit to handle. You
You
gotta help yourself.
gotta put some action behind
Come to church with
that.
me Sunday and watch what happens. That's-
Like,
yeah.
no, sometimes you need to talk to somebody, man.
Exactly. I completely agree. I think another way that past relationships can affect your present is just if you allow the baggage and that energy from the past to spill over into what you got.
You gotta get rid of that baggage first.
Right. And I'm strong
I think you
into,
should.
even after my situationships, I believe in taking time and letting the energy of that person pass. So I would take months before I move on to actually dating somebody else. The longest I've taken is like 2 years after somebody that I was in love with and we ended. I took 2 years of just not dating, not talking to anybody, no sex. Steaming it out.
Steaming it out.
Steaming it. Oh, the
but-
Yanni?
And I think that should be encouraged too. To sometimes like people don't find, you think, oh, without a person you're lonely or X, Y, and Z. But you have to, in order to be able to get a person, you have to also be whole within yourself.
Definitely.
And taking that spiritual time should be
Yeah, a lot of people jump from
awarded.
relationship to
Yeah.
That was me. That's how I coped.
Like I can't be by myself.
Yeah, that's how I coped through heartbreak. I would just go jump on
I
another
told
female.
myself when I took that time, I was like, I want to know if I could love myself. If I never found anybody for me, I want to know if I'll be good with myself.
Yeah.
And I know I can.
Yeah.
And you know what? Once you figure out you can't be good with yourself, it's so much power. You have so much
don't take
power
no shit.
within your relationship. Like, yo, I don't care.
Like you can read a lot of people. You can read a lot of people. I know shit. I did the same thing.
Yeah.
Have you guys ever let past energies float into how you move in the next?
Oh yeah, I have. Yeah, but that's just,
That's when I was younger though.
Do you still think that some of those past energies affect your dating viewpoints?
Yeah, absolutely. But I gotta tell Humvee all the time, this show, because we talk about relationships so much, has become therapeutic. You know what I'm saying? We use it as therapy because the way we talk and discuss relationships has helped me grow into a relationship that I'm in, and it's also helped Humvee in this situation. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, some of our repeat guests, we hear them like, yo, I learned this, I did this, and you apply it. You know what I'm saying?
You gotta apply it.
So by you speaking about it, you talking about it, it's gonna become a habit. And you're learning from your mistakes, and you revise it. Like you constantly got a check sheet. Every weekend, you got a check sheet every weekend that you got to check off and improve. I'm gonna improve this, so yeah, it has helped. And I've learned to like I can't do what I did in the past. And just talking to friends too, because of maturity, you know, like it's like how you get mad at your girlfriend for wanting to spend time with you. It's like that's because she wants to spend. That's right. You know, you can't get mad at her for her wanting to spend time with you. You should
if
get
you
mad.
ain't got the time to spend, somebody else do.
Yeah.
And I'ma slide off and go spend time with you.
Yeah, like that. I like that. How important is chemistry
Very, very,
when dating?
very.
Scale of 1 to 5.
5 on
10.
We said 1 to 5.
I'm sorry, I'm hard.
You don't answer, Sherelle. You don't ever answer. Gotta make her talk. Sherelle?
4.
4.
Okay, now like it's
What else could build it outside of chemistry, though?
I mean, but
It's not
it's
a-
physical chemistry.
You always
It's
talk
what?
about
It's
physical chemistry.
is it-
I don't go off physical chemistry.
So you dated ugly. You dated ugly.
Yes, I have dated guys that weren't very
No,
attractive.
I'm not talking. It's not a physical. It's got to be a spiritual and
Yeah, it's a spiritual tune, but like I mean, most of the time me
But they're
talk about it.
saying-
She always talk about it, but I mean, chemistry could be anything. But you always talk.
I'm
about
saying what should
No.
what chemistry do
I
you
don't you said
attract?
chemistry could be anything.
Yeah, so what kind of chemistry do you attract?
I attract a lot of spiritual guys. Well,
Once that spiritual is found out,
She's trying to get her Kundalini and rock.
after
what
that, our
about?
sexual chemistry
Should
has
I
to
Google
be there.
that?
Okay, so the sexual chemistry has to be there.
You should.
Listen to our next episode.
So sexual
something
chemistry
next
has to be
week.
there.
Huh?
Off top,
What's my what?
sexual chemistry has to be there, or like
Has to. It has to be one of the parts of the chemistry that we
Right.
have. So if I'm sitting here
chemistry
and I'm
makeup
talking to you,
101. Go ahead.
so first it has to be a spiritual draw that pulls me into you. I'm not even going to talk to you if I'm not attracted.
Is that like same thing as energies?
Yes.
Okay.
So if I'm not attracted and pulled to you, just like anything, you don't want that car if it's not attractive to your eye. You're not going to want me the same way.
Right.
So spiritually, it has to be something that is pulling me, that's saying, I need to find out more. Now, chemistry, sexually, all of those things, because that is a spiritual aspect too. If you know how to use it and stick and control that energy, sexual chemistry. I have to want to sit next to you and be at dinner all day and just want to see what you look like afterwards. Or I have to want to. Doesn't mean that I'm going to act on it, but that has to be a thing for me. Shallow, not shallow. However you look at it, I personally, it doesn't matter about looks because it's something. Which when you look down my line of the men that I've dated, they don't look alike.
Right.
There is nothing, but it's a spiritual component when you sit down and talk to them. Oh, that nigga got something.
Right. I've dated women that was not my so-called like
Type.
Type. It's like it was something about
Right. That pulled you in.
that pulled me in. Like oh.
And I'm not and then if we take it off of physical, then I'm not sexually stimulated off of your physique.
Right.
I'm a sapiosexual.
It's not about oh man, mine.
Yeah.
You're not
So
about
I'm a
6
sapien.
packs, all that.
Oh, that's a nice additive, but I probably gonna fuck you and leave if you don't have a mind that follows.
There we go. Take that nigga out the box.
Right.
Now, if you got both of those, that's
Gotta be amazing.
You might have me barefoot.
So you'll talk to the big guy that stimulates your mind before you talk to the guy with the six pack that's just fun to be with.
All of it goes together. It's not about fun. It's not the fun. It's a stimulation for sure.
Right.
But I am still very animalistic, and I like
Savage.
I like, without being too vulgar,
Animal Planet.
I need to have something to look back at. So if I turn around and you hitting it and I'm not liking what I see, then that's not gonna work.
Hey.
So that's still I am very true and balanced. I'm balanced in my dualities. I am both spiritual and ratchet. I am wholesome and freak. I am completely aligned with
But who are we to judge for you being honest and
I
open
could care
about?
less if you did.
Right, but they got some people that will. Yeah, like Christians. But that's a whole different story.
and she like,
Fuck them.
You
I'm
don't
for the
live
buck.
with me.
Right. You don't know what's going on.
Right.
Damn. I like that chemistry package.
Yeah, it has to be a whole thing. But
Right.
it
Like that shit off Microsoft. Can I get it off of Amazon? Get this shit off of Amazon.
I don't think that
Pirate
they
that
make
shit.
those yet. I don't think they make them.
Oh man.
Oh, that's a good shit.
Last question for the night. Is it better for guys to wait for the woman to initiate wanting sex? Is it better for guys to wait for the woman to initiate wanting sex?
You fucking shit up to break my phone down.
screen cracked down. No front.
What do you think, Sherelle? What do you think? Is it better for guys to wait for the woman to initiate wanting sex?
It depends. I guess because she.
No,
I'm not okay. It's all me because like
She always trying to put it on you, huh?
I know because like we always have this
You always try to
conversation.
put it on me too.
Anyways,
Is you
On me, babe.
the share was caring. I thought y'all shared everything. No,
We did, right?
What are you doing,
I
man?
don't know. We're sharing.
Come on, man. Get out of here.
Fix it. I can't.
All right, go.
Wait, what's Chris gonna say again?
Yeah, excuse me.
Is it better for guys to wait for the woman to initiate wanting sex? Is it better for guys to
It
wait?
depends
Go
on
get
the
that
situation.
Go
On
get
me,
that shit.
I'm an alpha male. I won't.
it
You got nothing being an
depends.
alpha male. Ain't
Nigga-
nothing to do with being an alpha.
Nigga, I'm an alpha male. I ain't no fucking beta.
That is not a beta
Fuck
male.
out of here.
That is a beta male. I've dealt with.
So an alpha male, because he does not initiate sex, doesn't make him an alpha male.
Yes.
Oh my god, that's
Not that it
by far
doesn't
the
make you
most
say-
dumbest shit I
it-
ever heard in my life. No.
Not that it doesn't make you an alpha male. It doesn't make you an alpha male because
just
you
saying-
don't know what you want.
No.
And you are timid enough to let me.
The difference
female,
is, I'm just not scared to say anything.
right.
I'll say it. That's the difference.
You don't know
But
what
an
you
alpha
want.
male can be confident enough in himself to know that I can. Excuse what I'm about to say.
Confidence
Manipulate
differential.
you to make that. I know that you'll want me eventually. So
But
I
alpha
don't have
male
to.
don't gotta manipulate.
I don't even have to
An
pressure
alpha
you.
male is not a manipulator though.
It's-
If we look
it's
up
a-
the true definition of an alpha male,
What is the true definition of alpha male? There's so many different definitions of everything.
it's ultimately egoless. Alpha anything, it's egoless. So being one and in tune with yourself, that I know what I want and I'm strong enough within myself to let you know it. In the
Exactly.
moment-
I'm sure enough in myself to know that I'm not finna pressure you to have sex.
It's not pressure.
It's not about pressure, bro.
It's letting you know. So it's a man coming in and
it's like a fucking
saying,
compliment.
it's a man coming in and saying, babe, you look beautiful, but I want you to take
It's
that
like
off.
a compliment. It's like a compliment, bro.
That is, it's not a pressure. It's the way,
Lazy.
and it's like
It's
I
not
said,
a backhanded compliment,
babe,
it's a
that
compliment.
looks good, but I want you to take that off.
Shit.
This
That's
is
a
what I
backhanded
want.
No,
compliment.
that's not a backhanded compliment.
Yeah.
Babe, this is what she just said. How is that not manipulative? Babe, I like what you're wearing, but I want you to take that
It's
off.
not a
I
manipulation.
think, yeah,
That's a turn on for it.
right. I don't think you
Yeah.
should say
I'm a
manipulation. You gotta
Scorpio.
find
A
another
beta.
word.
Okay, so persuasive? I'm persuaded
Well, I mean, no.
with my charm, which means I ain't being manipulative.
Okay, I
What?
think that beta men
The way she
don't
just
know
said
how to
that.
they don't know. They lack so much confidence that they miss every opportunity.
No, they got some beta men that do have confidence. Think about what I'm
So
saying.
you saying you got a beta male that have alpha male traits.
And it's vice versa. Right.
No, but no.
That doesn't make you a true beta.
Exactly.
That makes you in
Exactly.
between.
And who's in between? You in
Nobody
between?
wants to.
I don't want to be no big.
I don't give a fuck what nobody think about. I'm DB Coupon Grace motherfucker
No,
all
I'm
goddamn time. That's what I know. I care about what about call me alpha, beta, call me what you want.
No, but we just having this discussion over alpha and beta, nigga.
Okay.
And I told you what I was. You like, nah, nigga. Like,
I don't agree with that because when you're alpha male, you can be somewhat manipulative. You can be.
right, if you need to be.
If you need to.
So that's what you're saying.
That's what I'm saying. Yes, because you're an alpha
What we
male.
talking about? Like, do you really have to be manipulative
No.
to your significant other, bro? Like, I can understand in the workplace or some
sometimes
shit
you
like
do.
that.
Yes, you do.
But like in,
Yes. If she ain't
Okay,
getting,
so
if
here
she
we
not
go.
doing shit, please don't read off of Google or please off of
from a website.
Wikipedia.
hold on, if she's not doing shit, so
I'm just giving it to you.
so like, okay.
You have to make her do things that
I
you
see
want
what
her
you're
to
saying.
do.
I see what you're saying.
Right,
but
being
like,
somewhat manipulative.
not initially though. Like,
Not initially.
You don't even look for that initially.
No, you don't. But
Like, that's
sometimes
later on
I
when you
gotta get
notice
her to
it.
do things where I want her to do so that I can be happy in this relationship, and vice versa.
Right.
Don't you sometimes?
So that's compromising,
You have
right?
You have a guy that you're dating, and he's not doing what you want him to do.
So you try to manipulate
You gotta kind of persuade
situation.
him to make him do things that you need him to do.
Right. Something simple as take out the
Right.
trash. If you take out the trash, I'm gonna give you some egg. That type of shit.
No.
That's manipulation.
Take the trash off and give you some
I'm just
ass.
saying. Right?
I don't know.
That's manipulation. That's a
I was
perfect
gonna
form of
say-
that.
Get the trash out right now.
Right.
That's manipulation.
Getting up right now. About to go, baby.
I just think
Go in the
that
bathroom.
for me personally, I like a man that knows what he wants and he's going to, because that's probably one of the only places for me that I enjoy being submissive. Relationship, if you give me, I can be supportive, submissive, all that bullshit, but in the bedroom, I really I like to be more on the dominated side.
You like to be dominated or dominating?
It depends on certain times, but that first initiation, as you say, I want to see how strong you are. I want to know how well you.
What's your sign?
Sagittarius. See, they think that Scorpio, this is because y'all hoes, y'all open freaks. Sagittarius is all the passionate lovers. We are intuitive lovers.
You gonna edit that part of the show?
I'm like,
We are intuitive lovers. We give you what you need. So I dated a Scorpio who was very much so beta. And our first time, I had to initiate, which is my first time ever being on that side.
You had to initiate.
I had to initiate.
That nigga want a Scorpio.
I had to initiate. I did all the.
I don't know. I did all that. I don't know.
What she say?
So I never dated Scorpio, so I don't know.
I dated a lot
So,
of
I'm
them,
gonna let
and I'm
you know
used
right
to
now.
most Scorpios.
I don't have a
being-
problem with getting
Scorpios
this.
are manipulated.
I tell them every day, every time I met, I don't have a problem with getting this. My problem is when I get chose. I never had a problem with getting dissed. Turn me down. Cool.
All the
My
time.
problem is when I get chose.
Well, now,
I don't know. The Scorpio
No.
men that I dated are very mannish and they're very confident, and they go in because they're just very sexual.
They can come off as confident, but that's just
So-
naturally how they carry
Yeah,
themselves.
they are very. They are very
self-absorbed. Self-absorbed.
Self-absorbed. Some can be very emotional and all.
Oh
that
yeah, we're
stuff.
extremely
I was
emotional.
looking at
I
this.
know.
I was like, I'm trying to say it with you.
But,
I was fucking up. Yeah.
yeah.
Thanks a lot.
Stupid,
Thanks.
man.
You're awesome. You're awesome.
silly.
Yeah,
Teamwork,
we're
man. Teamwork
self-absorbed.
makes the dream
Yeah,
work.
so yeah. I'm a little tipsy, y'all. Excuse me.
yeah, I think we all are.
Hey,
Yeah.
this was a good show, huh?
This is a good show,
I think so.
man.
Y'all did a great job.
Thank y'all for having us on.
But no, I'm gonna tell y'all, beta males have some alpha male characteristics and vice versa.
Right.
I'm telling y'all.
But
But who wants
alpha,
to in
if they're a
between,
true
that's what I'm saying.
alpha, they don't have any beta. They are top. They are the top tier. They know exactly who they are, what they want, and can give a fuck what anybody
Well,
thinks.
that's a person that's full of himself.
That is a true alpha, though. That is a true alpha, a true
was gonna say
go-getter.
that,
That's some bullshit.
I knew you was
But
gonna
that's
say
not- he
what's
didn't
wrong
say
with
that.
that. But I'm saying, what's wrong with that though, bro?
Nothing. But I couldn't deal with no person like that.
Huh?
I couldn't deal with no person like that.
But like-
alpha
That's
male.
the